All right. Greetings and welcome back, gentles and ladiesmen, to another exciting episode of EPG Plays Super Mario 64 DS. In the last episode, we got the 100 coin star and the red coin star in one fell swoop. So in this episode, we're gonna show off why this is a good level to play as Wario, and not just with caps and stuff. Because even if you haven't unlocked Wario, this level will have caps just off the bat, so you don't have to worry about that. You can play this level before and just grab a cap to do it all, but it's it's just slightly more convenient to just have Wario. So this is the one star in the game I can think of that actually uses this Mega Mushroom power up here. You have to destroy 2 boulders. There used to be, around this area, there used to be a different star that you would get by doing wall jumps. You could see it in the upper right corner there, above the star. That used to be what you were supposed to do, but they replaced it with that instead, and it's like there's no challenge to it, but then again, it's not like wall jumping a couple times is that hard either, so... I don't know. I do feel like some of these ideas that they added, like some of these new power-ups and stuff, like Yoshi has a power flower ability as well, and it has no application whatsoever. So I don't even know why they put it in. So I don't know. It's a bit annoying if I had to say so myself. Ooh, almost got killed by that there rotund boulder. So we're gonna go ahead and meet the swimming beast in the cavern, whose name is Dory. And the reason I know that is because I played a little game called Mario Party Advance, which is probably my favorite Mario Party game. Kind of a weird thing to say. Let me phrase it this way: it's my favorite single player in a Mario Party game. Because frankly, I don't know. There's something about the single-player mode in Mario Party Advance that is kind of fun. In the original version of this game, you could wall kick against these doors and land on the switch that way, but in this game, I tried it, it doesn't work. Now, fake out, Scuttlebug comes out of the fucking ground, tries to knock you into the fucking pit, so be careful with that. Alright, now we gotta make our jump just right, and we go ahead and grab that star. Easy peasy. I remember how long these stars felt like they took when I was 5. So weird to come back and play this game again and be like, this is so easy. Anyway, let's see. Watch out for falling rocks, swimming beast in the cavern. Yeah, we're gonna go do this. So, I don't know, this level is another good example. It's not as bad as like Tick-Tock Clock, which is the worst level in the game, and I will hear no argument to the contrary. Like, I know that Eric doesn't like Lethal Lava. No, that was Ryan that doesn't like Lethal Lava Land. I know that Eric doesn't like Bowser's Trap 2, Bowser's second trap, as it were. But it's like, that level's not my favorite, but it's like Tick-Tock Clock is the bottom of the barrel. It is the worst level in the game. But this level still does have the problem of, okay, and it's one of the reasons why I don't like being forced out of levels, where, oh, and by the way, this is a part of the game where they force you to swim as Wario, so that's points off. It's like, you have to be Wario to break that boulder. Wario swims at the speed of molasses. Maybe they put a Wario cap next to this after you unlock him, but I doubt it. So it's gonna be one of those things. So we'll go ahead and grab this store. Now that but then we're gonna have to immediately come back again to go to the secret level hidden down there. And because when you get the star in that secret level, they force you out of the stage, we're gonna have to come back there a 4th time. And it's like, geez. It's stuff like this that makes the boot out system in this game so annoying in ways that it really isn't in Sunshine. Because the way that the levels are structured in Sunshine, they're very open-ended, and they don't have a lot of linear passageways you have to navigate. You know what I mean? It's like, if you play Pianta Village, for the most part, you can go everywhere whenever you want. So, I don't know, it doesn't seem as sucky. You know, it's that I like to call it the Womp's Fortress school of level design in these 3D Mario games, where it's like they make it very convenient to get to everywhere from anywhere, and you're not browbeaten into doing anything a certain way. All right, we're gonna go make a jump for the Dory here. And it is spelt with D-O-R-R-I-E, not D-O-R-Y, so Mario 64 came out way before Finding Nemo, so there's no connection. By the way, Dory is also a male, pliosaur, or whatever those are called. Dory's based on like a real dinosaur, and even has kind of like a Yoshi-shaped head going on. I don't think there's any relation, but I'm sure that Yoshi would be like, "That's racist," if you asked him, so maybe don't ask him.
We think that because we're both dinosaurs, we're related? I'm the baby, gotta love me.
I have a suspiciously good baby dinosaur voice from Dinosaurs. Alright. Alright, I'm still missing two. Where are the other two? Oh, it's gotta be up on the ledge. So, yeah, you do need Wario. You don't need Wario to get into this level, but you will need at least a Wario cap to get those red coins on the floor, or under the water there. And then the actual thing itself is under the water, so you will need... And unfortunately, they thought it would be a good idea for these cap stages to force you back to the hub world when you get them, even though the stars that you get in the boss levels don't do that. So I don't know why they thought that was a good idea, because now I have to go all the way back down to the swimming beast in the cavern for a 4th time to go get those 2 stars, that second star I couldn't get on the first time around. It's just like, if they didn't force you back to the hub world, I could just go grab it real quick and not have to do all this backtracking. It's like, it's one thing to pull that shit in the main levels, it's another thing to pull it in the side areas, where it really wasn't necessary to program it that way, so... I don't like it. It makes me angry. It makes me see rage speckles, TM. If you haven't seen, I think that was 3D World playthrough, where a certain annoying older brother was playing as an inferior character and still playing better because he has the ability to suck out the skill of whoever plays with him. True story. That's what playing with Eric is like. Maybe you can punch these boulders. Maybe we can pull a Chris Redfield and punch these fucking boulders, no? They hurt you while they're rolling, so you do need the Mega Mushroom to get those. So, last time to go down here. And this is something that was no better in the original, by the way. Well, slightly worse here. Like, in the original, there was still the red coin star, like, the positioning of the coins were maybe a little bit different in the original, but they did add the second star. They did add the second star to this version, so... They did technically make it slightly worse, but still, it's just like... Why does getting a star kick you out of a stage? I can leave the course at any time by pressing exit course from the pause menu. I didn't need the game to automatically kick me out of stages. Nobody was asking for that. And it's just like the actual amount of times I can think of where the stage changes between stars is so few and far between that it really doesn't justify doing this for every star in every stage. It's like, we're gonna be seeing some more egregious examples when we play Rainbow Ride and climb all the way up to the ship that's flying in the sky, only to then realize by the end of the stage that there is another star that we need to blast out of a cannon at the top of the same ship. So it's like 90% the same star you've already played, except this time you shoot yourself out of a cannon. So why not just let me get them both at once? I don't understand it. Apparently there's a ROM hack out there for the original Super Mario 64 that fixes this problem. That, like, whenever you get a star, it just asks, do you want to save, yes or no? Kind of like with blue coins and Sunshine. And that's how it should have just been. I don't know, Spyro and Banjo seem to have no problem getting that right in their first try, so I don't really get it. Regardless, we got the second secret star in that level, so that's just another secret star knocked off the list. These next two should be fairly simple to grab, so yeah. And here we have our Warion. Warion, our wayward son, as I always say. Warion world. And we'll wait for those giant fire sticks to go away so that we can... I don't know. I need to stop. I need to have better commentary, or as I said during the Game Mavericks Bayonetta playthrough, could you try improving your commentary a little bit? Which Ethan edited in like 10 times because he was like so pissed. Oh, good lord. So this is the toxic maze there, and much like the other one, there are 2 stars in this area. So we basically have to play this twice, and you can't skip it. And it's just like, fuck that, why can't I just get them both at once? I really don't get it. This game would be so much more fun if it wasn't like this, but you know, it's just like, it's not the worst thing in the world because it only takes like a minute or 2 to get some of these stars, you know? So it's not like I have to replay an entire 20-minute level or something to get the stars. And it's like, strangely, in the Galaxy games, those have secret stars in those galaxies too, and sometimes you have to replay quite a bit of a very linear stage to unlock them, so I guess that counts as kind of the Galaxy games doing something similar. But still, it's just like, I don't get it. What was the point of that? I digress. We have one more down there that we gotta go grab, and then that should be it. Actually, there's the Switch Star one too, which is in like the same area. So if I wanted to make this easier on myself, one thing that I could try is like switching up which area I go to each time so that I'm not going to the same area back to back, but it's just like, why am I being forced to make that decision? You know what I mean? I wouldn't have to make that decision if I could just get everything in a row. It's like they had the ability to program it that way and they chose not to, and I don't get it. Is a tower showing up in Womp's Fortress one time really worth booting me out of the stage with every other star? Like, they couldn't just have a little cutscene where the tower pops up instead? You know, I feel like that's the more sensible solution, but I digress. You guys have heard me rant about this for long enough. So what do I want to talk about then? I know, we were talking a little bit about the circle pad and stuff last episode, and I said most of what I wanted to say there, but it's just, you know, it's like, I guess some people have been, in the comments, been asking about, hey, maybe they should remake this again on 3DS, and honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with that. It's like, part of the reason why I tolerate the new control scheme and why I took the time to learn it, and can play this game just fine, as you can see, watching me, is that there was like no better alternative besides the PSP, and that was just never gonna happen, you know what I mean? So I don't really mind having to learn the new controls because it's just like, I think this remake is very impressive for DS. For a launch title on DS, no less. It's like I said, some people brought up some other fully 3D games on the DS. It's not like there weren't any, but most of the ones Nintendo themselves published were not fully 3D. Most of those were 2D. And there's nothing wrong with having 2D games on a handheld, but it is kind of like, that was what blew my mind as a kid and why I spent so much time trying to find a DS when they came out, was because, wow, I'm going to be able to play 3D games on the go. Then I got a DS, there was this game, there's Metroid Prime Hunters, which sucked, there was Nintendogs, but that wasn't really like a fully open world 3D kind of dealio. And then that was kind of it, besides a couple of other games like the Chibi Robo in Japan, and I'm sure there are plenty more I'm not thinking of, but you know, most of what we got was stuff like New Super Mario Bros., which had like some 2D in it, Super Princess Peach, which was mostly 2D, They're actually entirely 2D. The Mario and Luigi games looked great in 2D, but it's still 2D. It's just, it wasn't until a 3DS came out that we finally started to just consistently get fully 3D games. And even then, most of them have like fixed camera angles and, you know, stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and start shifting Sandland real quick. And we're gonna save the 100 coin star for when we go into the pyramid. So for now, we're just gonna go straight for the star. Go straight for the stars sounds like shoot for the stars. But I digress. So as you can see, there is a vulture flying around. I think his name is Klepto. And Klepto there is carrying around a star. And he's marked on the map too, so you can go ahead and keep track of him that way. But what we gotta do here is hit him and he will drop the star. Easy peasy. Now, this will understandably make Klepto upset, so for the rest of the stage he's going to be chasing you around, trying to get your hat and steal it. And you gotta remember what Toad said, that the transformation caps compared to the hats the characters actually wear, the actual hats are special. And if you aren't wearing your actual hat, you take extra damage and die faster. So, yeah, it's just not good to lose your hat. So we're gonna, let's see. I think I'm gonna play this level this way, just because I can. Shifting Sandland is probably the best level in the basement. Actually, scratch that, it is the best level in the basement. So it's like, Dire Docks is the problem with them forcing you to swim through that channel again. Lethal Lava Land's okay, but it still recycles bosses. And then you have Hazy Mazy Cave, where you have to keep going back to the same areas multiple times. So compared to that, Shifting Sandland's pretty open-ended. You can do things in pretty much any order you want. There's not that much repetition. There are plenty of shortcuts you can take. It's a pretty fun level, so I don't mind it one bit. So we only have a few minutes left, so what I suggest we do is go for the boss. We'll go fight the boss real quick, and then we'll save the 100 coin star and the normal pyramid star for the next part. Alright, so as you can see, we have, as I showed off earlier, there is this Koopa shell, and we can use the Koopa shell to go up on these pillars. I'm just gonna kill myself. Those fucking tornadoes are so annoying. If they get you, they take away your Koopa shell, and then it doesn't respawn, so... But there's like no other way to get to that pillar besides that, so no matter what you do, you're fucked. But in terms of getting to this boss, this is by far the easiest way. You can try using Mario's wing cap if you want, that's an option, but it's so much faster to do it with the thingy instead. I'm gonna get a good running start. There we go. We'll go ahead and grab this Koopa shell real quick, and we'll give that a second shot. So we're gonna go up this way, around the tornado, then come up this way. And now we're safely past the tornado. Be careful with this area. I have hit invisible walls and killed myself in this area before, so be careful not to get yourself too close to the bottom of the pyramid, or too close to kind of like that little ridge. I don't know, it's difficult to say precisely. Okay, so now we're gonna use this to jump to the top of the pyramid, and there we go. That is by far the fastest way to stand tall on the 4 pillars. That's what the thingy is called. Now, I hope you didn't play all of that as Yoshi, otherwise you're gonna be in for a rude awakening. Because first of all, you can't even fight the boss if you can't punch. But more importantly, you can't open this thing. Now, there are transformation caps in this level, like you can see there is a Luigi cap there, so... And once this little platform comes down here, you can use it to access the boss whenever you want, so if you did play this as Yoshi, you can do it, you can handle it that way.
Ooh, look here. Ooh, brick seal. Wake, ancient ones. We no like light. We no like intruders. Now battle hand to hand.
This guy has good hand-eye coordination, as you can see. He's basically the same idea as Godan from Wind Waker. Or I guess this game came out first, so technically it's the other way around. We'll fight this boss and the part will be over. We're probably gonna go a little overtime today, but I don't know, this boss is so easy. Like, I only just barely missed hitting him there. And if it weren't for the fucking alarm going off to distract me, I would have got him already. Alright, that's third hit on that hand. Now this hand will open up. Now he's dead.
What happened? We crossed like pebble. You so strong. You rule, ancient pyramid, for today. Now, take Star of Power. We sleep. Darkness.
Alright, so we have retrieved the star from the stage. As soon as I can jump up here. And that's all there is to it, my dudes. So that's all the time we have for today in Super Mario 64 DS. Join me in the next episode, and we will continue playing levels down here in the basement. So until then, I'm Exo, and I'll see you guys next time.